How's it going, everyone? Welcome to this video where I'm working on this Mitsubishi Lancer. It's not an Evo. I think it's actually a diesel engine from driving it into the garage, but the owner of the car has done a pretty nice job getting it all ready, looking all nice and stuff, and it's in for my usual ambient lighting store. And this is going to be a pretty nice, unique JDM car to be completely transformed like this. I've not done a Lancer like this, and I have a feeling it's going to be pretty similar to what it was like doing an ambient lighting store on my Lexus, on my GS430. So I'm hoping it's somewhat similar to that. But yeah, on this channel, I do all sorts of car stuff related to, let's just say, stuff like this Evo, work like on my E30, and stuff to do with Skylines and all the other bits and pieces like my brother's car and stuff. If that's the kind of thing you're interested in, please consider subscribing to the channel. And yeah, right, without further ado, let's jump into stripping this car apart and going from there. Actually, before we strip the car apart, let's have a look at what the interior looks like at the moment. It's got this very important grab handle, and we've already spoken about coming back in to do a full starlight and retrim of this because someone has painted this, so it's lost all of its fabric feel to it. So yeah, next step is I'm going to do one of the door cards and kind of strip that apart and have a look at everything for myself. And then from there, I'll be able to know what's next to get done with the car. So let's fast forward a second to me talking about what it all takes. So everyone, to work on this car, you got to get access to this trim piece here. Well, there's normally a little black cover. This door doesn't have it, neither did the other rear door. The front one did. I think the other driver's door one does. But it's literally just a plastic cover. You just unclip that, and then you got this one just over here, which if I remember correctly, it pops up from that side. So we've got two screws here, and on the rear we've got another screw just on the back. So if I just pop that open, so right, got that open. Being a Japanese car, it is all Phillips screws, so just use a screwdriver or a drill bit, and you can just unscrew those nice and quick. Once that is all done, just get a trim removal tool and we'll be able to remove the trim. I like to use a plastic one first, just create a gap, and then use the metal one to come in. Then just bit by bit go around, pop it all off. They might come off, but you can just grab them later. And then we're just gonna pull this forward. This part's quite important because you want to use something to unclip the metal part off from the plastic. That's probably not the right tool to use. Try it with the screwdriver. Oh gosh, this is so awkward on this one. I gotta use two hands, but you basically just gotta get these two off from each other. Then you'll be able to basically pop those off, unclip the connector, and then we've got the door card all loose. So here's what I'm doing to get the light strip in through this section. So I've pulled this what's it called, trim removal tool. If I pull this round, there it is. Now I'm just going to slide this next to it, just like this, feed it through, bring it around to the other side, and now we've basically got this ready in some way. I can just pull this guy back out. It's so hard to do with one hand, but right, got this back out, and we can start lining this up. Now I do need to thicken it up a little bit so that it makes sure it stays there. Now I'm going to use some double-sided tape to just make sure it stays in that straight line that I want it to be in. So this is a really important part that I want to show you all with regards to the wiring for the doors. If I just disconnect this one. So on the wiring harness, you've got this black wire, and just opposite on here it's red, and on the rear doors it's, I believe it's brown from what I remember correctly. I've already put the door cards back on so I can't check them now, but yeah, so the black is the earth and here is the red, but it's basically whichever one is opposite this black one, that is the one that you want to tap into for the live. Well, that's what it was on this specific car, and that's, I'm hoping, what's going to be the same case as well with the driver's door, which I'm going to check in a moment. The driver's doors can be a little bit different, but that is what's happening here. I'm quickly just gonna basically put this door back together, and then 3 doors are done, just the one left, and then we've got the dashboard and the footwells to do next. So just touching up on what I mentioned earlier, the driver's door, This red one is the one with live, black is earth, just like the front passenger. And let me show you all what it looks like over here. So we've got this connected up from the strip over, got this mounted up there. It comes with double-sided tape on this kit, and we've got the attachments just added on here. These T connectors will allow you to just connect up and disconnect from the light harness and stuff like that. So just gonna tidy all of this up and get it put onto the car. So time to look at removing the center console next. And it's left a lot of change in here, giving me a lot of trust. And a phone as well. That's yeah, they definitely trust me. So we're gonna need to look at removing this section to get access to the cigarette lighter wires and stuff. So I believe I should be able to just lift this up. So what I actually did was I popped this little piece out and used that as a gripping point and pulled upwards, and that has allowed me to remove this first section. Oh, it's got a little sensor attached, so I need to just see how to remove this connection if I can. It's gonna be fun. So then we got to just remove these two screws, and looks like someone's been here before because they're both mismatched, but that's all right. That's the JDM owner's life. So yeah, just remove these two and then should be able to pop the next piece up. So then that's this guy off. Now I just need to figure out if I need to remove this. I don't think I do, because this has already been somewhat removed here. I might be able to just lift this up and around and get access to the wiring. I'm not removing this because the wires attached there is a little bit awkward, and with all the change and stuff, I just think I can get by as it is. The black is the earth and the green color is the live. That's what we're going to use from this connector. I've got everything routed through, so one long wire coming up over here. I've got another long one to go onto the other side, and it just makes life a little bit easier to wiring it up. I've got all the extras and stuff, so if you do need those, I'll leave links for that in the description down below. And yeah, this will now mean I've got the footwells just sent through on the sides, one going across this way, that way, and the two going for behind. I can plug this back up now, and then we'll have this center console piece all done. So you do have to loosen the screws that hold this panel in to slide it all on, and then tighten it as you're holding the strip in place. And you can just get it in. You got to basically tighten the screws behind it whilst it's in. It's pretty awkward to do, and the dashboard was also another awkward one to do. These side pieces, by the way, they slide forward as you try to take them out. But yeah, with everything off, you can literally not tell it's even there. It is such a discreet look. But let's turn the car on and you'll see how it looks. Even with all the garage lights on, you can see just how bright this is. Let's turn some of them off. There's still daylight outside, which is why there's still a little bit of light in the garage. But you can see just how cool that looks. Oh man, that is awesome. Oh, I'm super happy with how this has come out on the car. Let's change up some of the colors and stop the footwells from going crazy. So stop the footwells from changing loads, but you can see just how striking this looks. And if we jump inside of the car, you can just see how this looks from the driver's point of view, and I think that looks really cool. Super clean, nice finish on everything. You can make this normal colors if I just do that on the app now. So for example, you can set everything up to this nice blue color. This has kind of actually transformed the car to look a little bit, it almost feels a little bit like a BMW or something right now. It makes it feel so much more modern on this car. I'm so happy with how it looks across the dash and how it joins up on the doors, and obviously we've got the rear doors done as well. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this. Right, so I'll get some cinematic shots now, and we'll discuss things afterwards. I know this is going to inspire a lot of you Lancer owners to look at doing something like this. So links for everything are in the description down below. Again, super nice to work on this car. It's something very different. It's a little bit awkward to figure out in some ways, but I'm glad I got there in the end. It all works with the ignition, so as soon as you turn the car on, it'll all power up nicely. It's definitely worth going for the LED bead, either the Symphony or the normal bead kits on this car, because as you saw, those lines are nice and clean, and I wouldn't recommend the fiber optic if I was to look at working on this car. Although they make life a little bit easier to install in some ways, it's not going to give the same finish. If you've enjoyed the video, you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing. There's plenty of car stuff always happening, and it's always what I want to look at producing for you guys, because I'm a car enthusiast and I like to share the information with you all. But right, everyone, please give the video a thumbs up if you found it helpful or enjoyed it or found it inspirational in any way. And I look forward to seeing you all in a new video. Peace out. Bye.